Brother Maynard, bring up the holy hand grenade. 1, 2, 5.
Please, sir.
3.
Arm yourselves, America. This is Defenders Live.
Hey, here comes the danger up in this club. When we get started, man, we ain't gonna stop. We gonna turn it out till it gets too hot. Everybody sing, hey, tell 'em turn it out till they can't no more. Let's get this thing shaking like a disco ball. This is your last warning, a courtesy call. I am not afraid of the storm that comes my way.
Welcome to Monday.
Happy Monday.
That's right. It's Monday on Defenders Live, Mojo 50 Radio. You can find us anywhere where you want to listen to podcast radio, but if you'd like to hear us live, we are here Monday through Friday, 9 p.m. Eastern, Mojo 50 Radio on iHeartRadio. You can also find us on the Facebooks. We are going live right there. We are on the YouTubes. Just search for Defenders Live. We're on DLive at dlive.tv/Defenders Live. We're also on Periscope, where you can find us, which is on the Twitters. And if you do converse with us via the Twitters, it's at DOAE Show, at Stephen Airy, and at Dylan Lyles. Always use the hashtag arm yourselves. Arm yourselves. Selves. Zovs.
Stephen gets a little eye twitchy when it comes to
Oh, and we are also in the MeWe channel. If you go to MeWe, we are at the DOAE Show channel.
and that is at DOAE. Some people kind of hear it or try to enunciate it, and they get it wrong. So let's make it clear. It is DOAE.
Show.
Delta, October, Alpha, Echo, Show. And it's that way because it is technically, it's abbreviation. The show was originally Defenders of American Exceptionalism.
Right.
But that, as the late, great Doc Thompson would say, is
too hard
too
to
many.
say.
So we just shrunk it.
Yeah, we shrank it down to Defenders Live because why not?
Why not? We are everywhere. Come on and say us. Come over and say, hey, girl. Hey.
Hi.
Hey, girl. Hey.
Hi. Oh, my God. Pink Floyd wants to call in because apparently I was being mean with him on the MeWe's. But no, Pink Floyd, the phone line isn't active right now. You can't call.
You should know how this show works by now.
Right, that's Fridays. You can call on Friday.
Friday.
That's
it.
Yeah,
Thank you.
that's the day you call. You call on Friday. You can tell me how mean I was Friday.
You hurt my little feelings.
So you can tell me on Friday that calling you a Karen was not a nice thing. That's fine. You can call it at Here's the phone number, just so you know. It's 919-367-3171. You can call in on Friday and tell me that calling you a Karen after you requested being called Karen
hurt your widow feelings.
Hurt your feelings. I'm just saying. By the way, there is a whole bunch of thunderstorms happening around my house right now. So if signal drops or dies out, that's my fault.
Yep. And the same thing with me. We are finally, as our heat, the heat wave that has swept our area is finally going to. Have you seen the temps tomorrow around here? Tomorrow the high is going to be 80.
Oh, so nice.
80, as opposed to the 96 with an 85% humidity. It is going to be 80 degrees. Now, granted, it's supposed to storm all day, but, oh, thank you, Jesus. It's going to be a little bit of relief. It's going to be great. It's so good. You know what? And I'm sure the police departments are going to be excited about that as well.
Oh, yeah, the police department. Actually, you know what? I got, let me see here. I got a news sounder for you, okay? I want to play this for this.
Okay.
The police departments have asked would-be criminals to hold off committing crimes until after the heat wave.
Oh, the bad part there is this is a legit. Like this is legit.
This is a real
This is
story,
not-
guys.
This is not hyperbole. This is not satire. This is a legit request from a legit police department
Mm-hmm.
out of Braintree, Massachusetts. Ah,
First off,
it
Braintree.
is Braintree. I know, right? Just beautiful. Thank you. This is a quote from their Facebook on Friday. Quote, "It is straight up hot as soccer balls out there. Conducting criminal activity in this extreme heat is next level henchman status and also very dangerous."
Mm.
They follow it up with, "We will all meet again on Monday when it's cooler." Braintree is a community with more than 35,000 people situated approximately 20 miles south of Boston.
Boston.
National West Boston. It's, they
I thought it was the Bostones.
No, it's the Boston. It could be Boston.
A baton?
Like the Cubers.
Karen!
Nash-
Karen.
Karen. Is Karen on? Is Karen watching? Karen. Say hi, Karen. National Weather Service placed the city under an extreme heat warning Saturday with high temps in the 90s expected throughout the entire weekend. Westchester Police Department in suburban Chicago posted a similar message on Facebook announcing that they were, quote, officially canceling all misdemeanor and felony criminal activities for today and tomorrow, end quote.
Wait. Stop. Repeat that. Hold on. What?
I know. This is Westchester Police Department in suburban Chicago.
Suburban, shut your mouth.
Yeah, I know. They officially are, quote, officially canceling all misdemeanor and felony criminal activities for today and tomorrow, referring to Friday and Saturday. Quote, "We are asking all aspiring criminals, seasoned veterans, and those who find themselves committing crimes out of boredom, please take note. It is too hot to commit crimes."
Take
Yeah,
note.
quote,
It's too hot for us to come out there and arrest you. Just don't.
just please don't. We don't want to. You don't want to. Just please don't. It's
In related news, the National Weather Service baked biscuits in a scorching van during a heat wave.
Urban Phoenix. A man grilled hamburgers and fried an egg on a pan on the sidewalk.
No, I'm not.
I mean-
This is actually from the story. It's actually at the
No,
bottom.
no, but I've actually seen it. I've lived in Arizona briefly. Our own Whiskey Six is a very good friend out there. Knows Matt Holloway as well. Knows how well the deserts of Arizona can be.
Arizona.
And they're a dry heat. So theirs is more like an oven or a stovetop than here. Here it gets unbearable because it's the humidity. It's the you wish sometimes you had gills because you could literally feel the water in the air. It's insane.
Yes, that's weird.
It is weird.
That's just awkward. I don't like feeling water in the air. I don't like being in Louisiana and actually feeling sweat build on me by sitting down.
And not going anywhere.
Literally not doing a thing.
Mm-hmm.
And
Just
suddenly, without warning, it's you walk out the door and you sit down outside and suddenly you are just melting.
Yep. It's
Ugh.
But for us, at least I can say for us, we're situated about 2.5 hours from the ocean.
Mm-hmm.
We're
Yeah.
about
2.5 hours away from the mountains.
about 3 to the closest mountain,
Mm-hmm.
Mount Pilot.
Yeah,
you can go-
that's true. Yeah.
It's about 2.5 hours depending on traffic, as long as Greensboro and Winston-Salem area is not crappy with construction or traffic on 40 and 85.
See, I can take straight down 85.
Well, no, I know you can, which because it hits 40, and that's where the moment where they join, and then they split.
Yeah.
You take 77, or you go down 74. Go to Charlotte. But yeah, if you do it right, it's about 2.5, 3 hours from here, and obviously there's a huge temperature change there. Still humid, but it's still a temperature change.
It cools down.
I can say this is why we like North Carolina. At least I do. I have everything. I'm short drive. I say short drive. I'm about a hefty day's drive to New York City. I'm about a hefty day's drive down to the end of Florida. So, and I don't need to go anywhere. So, all of y'all.
I know.
But we
right?
figure everyone else is suffering from heat, and so it was kind of more of a PSA to start Monday off with. Hey guys, be careful. It's hot out there. Stay hydrated, and don't do just the Gatorade, because Gatorade it has the electrolytes, but there's a lot of sugar in it. Don't
Gatorade.
H2O.
Gatorade.
H2O.
You know what's really good for Gatorade?
What's that?
Being in a cat cooler.
Yes, because this is exactly the type of day that one would need a cat cooler.
Yes, it is, because cat coolers, no matter what the temperature outside, will keep your ice cold for up to 7 days. Not only that, but they're also rugged. They're made in the United States. They're completely customizable, and they come in 5 different colors, which means not only can you get whatever the heck you want on there, whether it be, I don't know, a Defenders logo, I don't know, a Mojo logo, I don't know.
That's a logo right there, by God.
That's a Mojo logo right there. I'm just saying. I don't know. It could be anything that you want on there. It's there. Plus, no matter what you do, you could break it. It's got a lifetime warranty on it. It's fine. No problem. It could fall out the back of your truck. Ain't going to be an issue.
You could.
Let a Jeffy sit on it.
I was going to take it a step further. Let's take it into a realm, okay? And some people, God forbid, have to deal with this. But let's say, gentlemen, that you get into a tussle, a little bit of a tussle with the wife. Your bride is upset about something that you did or didn't do, and it gets heated. And something happens, and the cat cooler is damaged, whether she has flung it or driven over it or something's happened. Cat cooler will say, you know what, my dear friend, we've got you covered.
Yeah, it sounds more like a personal problem from you, but anyway, just kind of letting you know, go to catcoolers.com. That's catcoolers.com. Use the promo code Steven to get 10% off on the discount. That's STEVEN. You get 10% off over at catcoolers.com.
And now y'all see why he's so worried about making sure the V is important.
That is. It is very important.
He has to say it with his name, so he feels he has to emphasize it.
Sierra, Tango, Echo, Victor, Echo. Nancy, what do you want to do? Come on. This is what we're doing.
Good stuff.
I know.
Good. Well, you know what else is good?
What's that?
ESPN. Some people like sports. Do you like sports? I'm not. I like sports in general. Like I like the idea of it. Certain ones I like to play on occasion when my fat ass. I
enjoy sports when I am able to play them.
So you're not a watcher.
No.
So like you didn't. Oh yeah. Well yeah.
I don't do the watching. I don't do the watch. I don't do this. The football thing and the.
Yeah. You mean you don't camp out on your couch for 6 hours watching football?
I don't listen to stats. I don't care.
Hold on, that's a whole nother level. I haven't even gotten there yet. I'm just talking about you watch the game. Like I can watch certain things. I can watch baseball.
No, I don't know.
But I'm the same way. If I'm not playing it, I really don't care. I've got more important things to do. But then you have that other breed, and I've known several people, and especially here in North Carolina in the South, a lot of people do this. Do the whole, they listen to the nonstop 99.9, the whatever that talk station, ESPN's talk radio, where it's sports 24/7, and they're running stats and they're doing all of this stuff and blah blah blah, and that is dedication, my friend. I couldn't do that. I couldn't.
Yeah, well, You could be like Virginia Jackhole, who's so incredibly into freaking NASCAR that she came to North Carolina for an entire week just to go around all the NASCAR museums and shops.
Yeah, we thought it was to come to the
TRA
Tar River Farms,
yeah.
and apparently
That was just like the last stop.
Yeah, I found out through the grapevine that it was, again, I wasn't there, but I found out that it was one of those things that apparently it was a road trip that was planned, and the grand opening was just happened to be hey, we're geographically passing by at that exact moment, so we probably should pop in and say hey.
Oh yeah, and that was with Mojo 50 groupie as well.
I heard. Yeah.
She doesn't want me to make sure. She wants to make sure that I don't forget that she was also there in the car ride, making the scoop all the way through. I don't want to forget you. I'm not forgetting you. Yeah, no. I'm not forgetting. Look, no, Virginia Jackhole just happened to say something first. Okay, I'm not forgetting you. And heck, you barely watched the show anyway. Ooh, sick burn. No, I'm just messing. I love you.
Oh, I know better than to say anything to.
I love you.
I know.
Hearts.
She's mad at me. I was supposed to have been there. We're moving on. So, ESPN. We're going back to ESPN because there's a point to all this. ESPN, apparently. The host, Dan LaBatard.
Wait, what?
I know. I had to read it.
Say that one more time.
Dan LaBatard. Dan Batard. Dan LaBatard.
Dan the bastard.
Hashtag like a native. Hashtag nailed it. Ripped ESPN's weak ass policy. His quote. That its hosts refrained from discussing politics and blasted President Donald Trump and his supporters for their quote, send her back. Look. I'm
gonna let you speak. All right? I'm gonna let you speak. But it was just one quick thing. I want to point this out, okay?
Right ahead.
Are you ready?
I'm ready. There's something deep that's
to be fair, it's ESPN.
Oh, so that, but yeah, it's
entertainment, sports.
Wait, that's what the S stands for? I just thought it was ESPN. I just thought it was. That's just they couldn't come up with an acronym. I just thought it was just.
I forget what the P is, but it's about entertainment and sports news, not political news. The P is not political.
Yeah, no, P is not. That's not.
It's entertainment and sports news. So, can I ask you one more question? ESPN has a policy that hosts.
You ready?
That hosts refrain from discussing politics.
Yes. The ESPN, also known as the Entertainment and Sports Programming Network.
There you go. ESPN programming. There he is.
Yes. The host is complaining that they're not about hosts refraining from discussing politics. On the shows.
Yeah. Because politics isn't involved.
Le Batard called the chant, quote, un-American, end quote, and accused Trump of inciting a racial division. Quote, we here at ESPN haven't had the stomach for that fight because Jamel Hill did some things on Twitter, and you saw what happened after that. Whatever. It shows how avid of a fan I am.
I don't care. I'm saying his name wrong incorrectly just on purpose now. Jamel.
Okay. And then here, all of a sudden, no one talks politics on anything unless we can use one of these sports figures as a meat shield in the most cowardly possible way to discuss these subjects. End quote.
That's true.
He needs to be reminded again that ESPN stands for Entertainment and Sports Programming Network, not Entertainment, Sports, Politics Network.
Correct,
Okay.
because there's no politics involved. It's sports programming.
Well, there is a
Sports
politics level to it, but it's not government politics. This is the thing.
Well, the politics involved in that is talking about, teams and who's going to hire who and that sort of thing.
Yeah, it's a whole different beast, and I'm with you on that. The point that people go to ESPN, they go to football games, they go to concerts, they go to movies, they read books. They do these things as an escape from politics.
And yes, Franklin E. Horst over on the Facebook. Yes, even ESPN, the Ocho.
These
Ping pong.
people want to hear. This is why. Look, this is the real reason why people were pissed off at Colin Kaepernick. This is why, is because the man took something that people were using as an escape from their mundane life,
Yes.
from the rat race, from the crap, and not even politics, just the crap, from the arguments with their spouse, from the difficulties with their job, from having to pay bills. The adults, they wanted to have a break from that.
Yes.
And it was ruined. It was taken away, and it is being taken away. That's why people are pissed off and not a big fans of this whole thing with the female soccer league and all that. Everything is going on. Everything now is saturated with some kind of agenda somewhere, and people have no escape. That is really, truly the reason why the country is in the turmoil it's in. It's not because of racism. It's not because of Donald Trump. It's not because of any of those things. It's because we don't have a spot that we can go to and rest. Period. End of story. That's it. And we're not going to get it anywhere. We're losing everything in our movies. We're losing it in music. We're losing it in entertainment of all kinds.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Sometimes you can't even, and in our own families, we're divided. We're arguing amongst ourselves. We have no reprieve from any of this, and we're just getting so wound up, so tight, that yes, people end up saying and doing some of the stupidest things, like licking ice cream and putting it back. Because what the hell else are you going to do?
Because you know what? If you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball.
I have that, actually.
If you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball.
Thank you. That's another reference to the Ocho. I'm just saying.
We miss Rip.
I love that guy. Rest in peace.
Anyway, it's just that's truly the problem. And until we can get to a point where we can separate and have a spot, a thing that has nothing to do, a getaway, something, and I can't say just a hobby, but if we don't have an escape, a safe place that we can go to recharge and to recoup and to, if nothing else, just kind of shed it for a moment, to take a breath, to turn around and walk back into that fight, we're going to stay divided. We're going to stay arguing over everything. That's the real problem. And I challenge anybody to argue with me on that. Hashtag change my mind.
Are we doing a change my mind segment right now? What are we doing?
Crowder right now.
This is not Steven Crowder's show. This is our show. There's a big difference.
I know. Change my mind. No, for real. Like that's the real thing. And everybody wants to blame it on Trump or one. It's not the one thing. Life as a whole sucks.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It has great moments. There are great things that are, about it. We're in a great country.
We are.
But if you don't have that,
that is correct. And before we go to commercial break, make sure and check out Patriot Mobile. Go to patriotmobile.com/mojo50. That's patriotmobile.com/mojo50. Use the promo code Come On Over, and you can get a free month right here, right now. We'll be right back right after this. Mojo 50 groupie. Okay.
Like, you played, to be fair, too early. I kept running. I was like, oh, crap, I'm tired. It's like, you just let it go.
I know.
Oh,
I was
crap.
gonna say. So Mojo 50 groupie is like, I don't know the Ocho reference. So everybody's been correcting her. It's from Dodgeball. Dodgeball the movie. Thanks. Block me, Lep. No.
If you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball.
There you go.
That's right. And the entire thing of Dodgeball was all held on ESPN 8. The Ocho.
The Ocho. Yeah. Hey to everyone over on the Facebooks, over in the watch parties.
I don't know where the Twitters are.
I don't know nobody's on the Twitter. I was looking at that. Twitter is silent.
Chuck Norris gave a thumbs up
Oh, well, thank God for that.
from the Ocho.
From the Ocho. Yay. But yes, everybody over watching on the Facebooks, and watching in the watch party. Thank y'all so much for hanging out with us. We appreciate it.
Same thing for the D Live folks, because there's a bunch of people over in the
Yes.
D Live right now. Virginia, by the way, says this show is more animated than usual.
No.
It's
on coffee earlier. That's why.
well, it's not just that, but also your screen keeps jumping back and forth because of connectivity issues due to the thunderstorm. So like you look like you're like going like huge size to small size all over the place.
Back and forth.
Plus you stuttered. Plus your audio stuttered once or twice, and so it made it even more funny.
Oh, good. Thank you. Electrical interferences. Gotta love it.
Yeah, electrical interferences. There we go. All right, we should be coming back here in just a second.
The mighty Mojo 50.
Yeah, it is. Mojo 50 Radio. This is Defenders Live. Find us on iHeartRadio. We are on the Facebook apps. We are on the Twitters and the YouTubes and the D Lives and the Mojo 50 TV. All at DOAE Show. You can also go to our website, DOAEshow.com. That's Delta Echo Delta October Echo Alpha Show.com.
Sierra Hotel October. With
Thanks. Thank you so much.
yeah, that's if we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it right.
No. Show. Because everybody can spell show.
Everybody can spell it well. That's true. We hope.
That's true.
Yes, we hope.
Oh, by the way, we've been neglectful. What was that? Hashtag Free Ranger.
Hashtag Free Ranger. Yep. That's Dictator Blue Waffle over there on the MeWe's.
Elected to do that. I realize that, and I feel horrible. We will hashtag Free Ranger until the Ranger is free.
That's right. Yeah. Apparently, we learned earlier today that Dictator Blue Waffle is going to school for welding and welding cages. Very specific.
Well, good for him.
Hashtag Free Ranger.
Hashtag Free Ranger. Okay. Speaking of.
Actually, before we go through everything else, okay?
Yeah.
Look, everybody knows if you've been listening to Mojo all day, there's been a whole bunch of changes.
There's a giant kerfuffle.
There's a whole bunch of changes happening within this next month with the Mojo crew. Now, what I will tell you is that apparently if you email Ron and talk to him directly, that's ron@mojo50.com, ron@mojo50.com. If you want this show to be longer and on Mojo 50 Radio, that's the man you need to talk to. You send him an email telling him that, Defenders Live in an extra hour or something. That'd be really nice, Obviously, the social medias is there, but he doesn't really catch on the social medias because he doesn't really care about the social medias. But
the man is busy. Like you guys don't even
super busy. When I say busy,
yeah, you don't understand. Like,
if somebody has a problem, that man will answer in a second. But
not just that. I'm talking about everything he's got going on. When we say busy, the closest thing I could give for anybody to fully grasp the level of busy that Ron Phillips is imagine Santa Claus on Christmas Eve. Like
same guy, but every day.
doesn't even come close to cresting it. I'm dead serious. The man is up at dark 30 in the morning, goes to bed at dark 30 at night. It does this at least 5-6 days a week. It's not talking. It's meetings. It's stuff, guys. At the very least, sidebar. Since you said this, I feel like we need to drop him a line. Tell him thank you for what he does. Because if it wasn't for him doing what he does, we couldn't even do the hour we do.
At least not on Mojo.
Show him love, because I'm telling you, the man works. I don't know how he does it. If I didn't know him personally, I would swear he was on drugs.
So what we're saying, so what we're saying is, caress the ego, and then enter a little, maybe Mojo has a little space for Defenders Live extra hour there going on.
Now, I'm not saying that. I don't. You know what? Not drugs. I have heard through the grapevine that he may intravenously taking APR coffee.
He might be.
He's just sitting there, gets in the morning, hooks that IV up, and just sits there.
There would be a really good reason why they ran out of Ron's sexual chocolate this morning.
Right? Right? I'm telling you, that pound bag is, or 2 bags that equal a pound. That's a lot. Like, that's a lot of coffee.
It is.
And somebody, the intern or somebody in there is just making it in the bag and pouring it.
Could be anybody.
It just comes in and pops the thing, switches it out.
Yep.
Could be anybody. I'm just saying. Yep. Just saying. But yes, do that if you get a chance. Send something to Ron. Tell him that we love him. Tell him that y'all love him. Like I said, if it wasn't for Ron Phillips, I mean, it's for others. There's others too that work their tails off too. Beth and Brad and all them guys. But Ron, especially, for all of the picking that people do and everything. And it's not that saying it's not deserved, but
just saying, stroke the ego a little bit. All right.
Steven is doing it for ulterior motive. I'm saying just be nice to the man and show him some love. And
show him some love. But I mean, if you want more of the show, no.
Yeah.
I don't have any ulterior motive. I'm just saying, if you want more of the show,
that's how you go about it.
That's how you go about it. You show the love, and then you ask.
You know what's bad is we're going to get an email tomorrow now or a phone call. Hey, guys, I'm going to talk to you tomorrow.
What the hell were you telling these guys?
You're going to get like 800 emails are going to be sitting there.
I didn't do it,
what the
Ron.
hell did y'all do?
I didn't do it, Ron. I didn't do it. It wasn't me. Speaking of many things that could become problematic. So we're probably going to run another deficit this year.
Okay. Oh, before we actually finish, and I know we just did this, just so we're clear. If you are new to listening to our show, those on the Facebook watch parties or anything like that, Stephen and I are not party people. We do not ascribe to a party. Okay? We don't. We're principled.
I'm really actually terrible at parties.
Yeah, I am too. I'm that awkward guy that leans up against the wall.
Yeah, I kind of stand in the corner and wait.
Yeah, and actually, I don't know what I'm waiting for because I have no effort to go anywhere or do anything, and the food's usually crap. And
waiting
the
to
music
leave,
sucks.
Honestly.
I usually end up being the designated driver, but anyway. So, we're not party people. We don't ascribe to a specific party. We are principle people. If it's right, it's right. If it's wrong, it's wrong, and it doesn't matter who does it or how it's done. That's it.
Correct.
That's the filter. We filter it through the Constitution and through our the biblical faith. That's it.
Yes.
If it falls out on the other end, then it's worth doing. If it doesn't, then it's probably a bad thing. And it doesn't matter who says it, whose team it's on, doesn't matter. So we want to preface that by going into this because I already know that there's going to be some people who are going to say something and the hate mail is going to flow.
Yeah, there's going to be some poo-poo, all right? There's going to be some people that are going to poo-poo this. But I want to, adding to that preface, okay? Adding to that preface, we have given this man credit when he is due credit.
Yes.
And we will give him credit when he's due credit. Go back to our earlier shows. We've done it.
But like now, we're going to poo-poo.
We're going to poo-poo on him a little bit because he deserves it for this.
He doesn't.
For this.
For this, yes. The President Trump has endorsed a bipartisan budget deal without any of the spending restraints previously demanded by the Republicans.
Stupid.
Yeah.
Now, not to say that those spending restraints were actually going to do anything to actually curb spending.
No. It doesn't. The man made it very clear when he made it very clear when he ran. He didn't care about spending. That's not his thing. And that is the Donald Trump business way. That's who he is at his core as a human being.
Correct.
That's what he's entire life. You have to spend money to make money. Is that business side that this is the downside of Donald Trump.
This is what we knew, though. We knew this coming in, okay?
We knew this going in.
We knew this going in. Donald Trump very, very flatly said, and very specifically said, I don't care about spending.
Yep. I mean,
the debt king. He is the king of debt.
And it is what it is. Like, you can't.
There's no changing that guy.
No,
it's really not smart.
Unfortunately, this is where kind of the downside of this goes. As the businessman and everything else goes, this is not something that you want to have happen. Because I hate to tell you this, guys, but deficits are what cause, the cost of things to go up.
Mm-hmm.
Because we're blowing a bunch of money on crap. And even if it's not crap, if you're not doing it properly, if you're not going through the right channels, or you're not taking your time, everyone at home knows this. If you don't do your budget properly, you're going to take it in the rear somewhere else. Something else is going to have to suffer.
Yeah. Oh, going back real quick, over on the MeWe's, I just want to mention this. Tech Roo says, wait, for Dylan to be the guy that leans up against the wall at the party, he'd actually have to show up at the party.
Oh, very well done.
Good job, Tech Roo.
I'll give it one more because you interrupted it.
That's true.
That was well played.
Good job. Well done. Anyway, so yeah, okay, here's the thing. Last year, Trump ran a deficit of over $1 trillion.
Woof. Mm-hmm.
And being fiscal conservative and socially conservative folk, that's not good.
No, that's not good.
Anything that doesn't actually put us closer to the black, as it were. And by the black, I mean the black financially.
Yeah.
Anything that doesn't bring us closer to the black.
Yeah.
I'm going to keep on saying it like that because it makes it more fun.
I know.
It really doesn't help us at all. I don't care if you're saying, oh, but we're only going an extra $1,000 in debt. I don't care. No. The answer is no.
Any debt without a principled and clear plan to pay off and not have it's just like going back to everyone else on a personal level. You have a debt, you have a budget in your own home. You're not going to go out and buy an $80,000 truck with a payment that's at $600 a month plus the insurance plus all that jazz when you make $30,000 a year.
Mm-hmm.
That's stupid. And unfortunately, that's how this is going.
Yeah, that's exactly how this is going. I mean, I think as a country, our GDP is somewhere in the $1 trillion range.
Something like that. And I get,
but we're going in the hole over $1 trillion every year. So that means we're spending the GDP plus an extra $1 trillion.
Mm-hmm. Which is not good because that's usually how.
If you spent double your budget every year, how long what would it take until you were completely bankrupt?
That what that's called. That's what we like to use. That's called not sustainable. Sustainable. Thank you. I don't know what the hell happened. Too much coffee, I think. Yeah, that's not sustainable at all by any stretch of the imagination.
Yes.
Then this route turns us in, and then maybe it may still be several years, but this is the track that Venezuela is at right now.
Mm-hmm.
When you start spending with no end in sight, with no cutbacks, with no level of restraint or maturity, then what happens is you run into this situation where eventually you owe more than what you're making.
Yes.
You get too far, which I argue that if you ever spend more than what you're making, you've gone too far. But if you do that, you get to a point.
Too far.
Nope. They know too much.
They know too much.
You get to a point where there is no coming back. Like at this point, theoretically, we could cancel a bunch of stuff. We could get rid of a bunch of stuff, and we could get back to it.
Yes.
But it's going to take some belt tightening for sure. And unfortunately, we're not going to get there. I don't see it happening. I really don't.
Thank you. Thank you, folks, over on the MeWe's. It's actually 19 trillion is what our GDP is, but we're still spending we're spending like $21 trillion.
Oh, good. Well, that makes it so much better. The clarity.
So $19.39 trillion U.S. is gross domestic product from 2017, but we still spent $20-some trillion. So it doesn't really help.
Guys.
Yeah, that's not good, man. It's not good.
No.
But you know what is good?
What is that, Steven? What is good?
A company called Combat Flip-Flops. See, this is a company that understands fiscal responsibility. This is also a company that understands personal responsibility.
That's true.
You see, Combat Flip-Flops was originally started by veterans that have gone to combat zones in Afghanistan, Colombia, Laos, etc., etc., etc. And these people see and have seen the damage that war takes on these companies, on these countries. And what they've done is they've said, you know what? War doesn't help. We're going to educate with commerce and actual lessons the people of these areas, specifically the women and children. We're going to take them, give the women jobs, and give lessons to the women and children so they're educated, so they're better prepared for the next generation going forward, so that they can then turn around and teach the generation after them, so that they can do the same thing and continue the motions. Combat Flip-Flops, they're bad for running, worse for fighting. And it's all because they know that you should be teaching and preaching a better way of life. Go to combatflipflops.com today. Combatflipflops.com. If you use the promo code DEFENDER25, you can get 25% off of your first purchase when you go there. They don't just have flip-flops, guys. If you don't wear them, they have other things. They have little baubles, little trinkets, and things like that. Great stuff that you can take a look at, you can buy, and they have a really good story. Check them out today. Combatflipflops.com. That's combatflipflops.com. Promo code Defenders25.
Oh, finally have somebody on Twitter. Sarah the jackhole over on Twitter says at Tech Root just won the internet today.
I don't know if he won the internet, but he definitely that was definitely honorable mention.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. Like that was you got me good there, buddy.
You did a good job. You did a good job. You know, a good job. You know who doesn't do a good job?
Who doesn't do a good job?
Elizabeth Warren.
She never. Does she do good at anything? Is she good at anything?
Well, let me do that. She's good at fear mongering, and she's really good at impersonating Native Americans circa 1984.
Is that it? I mean,
yeah.
There's no.
Oh, she can probably drink a beer, all right.
I don't know. Did you see that video? That was kind of painful. I'm going to be honest with you. I would have.
Hello, my fellow young man.
I think I would rather have slit my wrist with a cheese grater.
That's really difficult.
No, it's actually not. You just gotta and then you're. It hurts a hell of a lot more. I'm gonna tell you that. But
yeah. And by the way, no, I'm not gonna play any audio clips. Virginia Jackhole. I'm not playing any audio clips. Okay.
Oh, we have one that would be good, but no, we're gonna burn through these real quick because we want to try and get to another story real fast before we run out of time. You like that? That was good.
That was good. It took a minute. Smoke signals up in the air for a minute there.
Go.
So Elizabeth Warren warns of a coming economic crash.
A what?
A coming economic crash. CNN then turns around and says that Warren could trigger it.
Well, it's you. It's just kind of funny when you're not necessarily a fortune teller when you're just telling people what you're getting ready to do. You know, that's like me sitting here saying, you know what? My house is going to burn down. One day my house is going to burn down. And then I just sit outside with a can of gasoline. Yeah. That's not exactly profound if you're just telling people what you're going to do.
Exactly. And that is the problem, because she may not even know that she's doing it, but she is doing it with all of the giveaways and the gimmies and all the rest of it that she has. She's going to crush our economy along with 99% of the Democrat Party.
Yeah. Yeah. Her and the rest of the socialist group there that just kind of want to give out money to things that, you know, because people feel. Mm-hmm. And I feel like I would love to have, you know, nothing to have to worry about. And that doesn't happen, you know?
Some people feel like a woman. Da, 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 da.
Man, do you feel like a woman?
No, I don't. Ma'am.
Thank God, because, ma'am. Oh, where is it? Daggone it, I had it. It's gone now.
It's gone now.
Unless, no, it's on here. I just didn't have to. I was not paying attention. I was not ready. I'll be ready for it later, maybe. But anyway, but no, it's. Quote, warning lights are flashing. Said Warren, whether it is this year or next year, the odds of another economic downturn are high and growing. Congress and regulators should act immediately to tamp down these threats before it is too late. The problem, again, is not the economy. I mean, there is problems there. Y'all are destroying it, yeah. Elizabeth Warren. The problem is that is what you get in an economy. There's ebb and flow. Sometimes it's good. Sometimes it's bad. That's just how it is. And to sit here and go, well, whether it's this year or next year, the odds of another economic downturn are high. That's literally like saying it may not be this year, it might be next year, but I'm going to slam my finger or I'm going to stub my toe on the corner of the end table. Mm-hmm. I turn around and come in here in a year and go, oh my God, I just stubbed my toe. Are y'all going to think that I'm some profound, like, deep thinker? No!
He somehow made sure that he actually did exactly what he said he was going to do.
Well, but it's also one of those things that it happens on its own, whether or not she does anything, and she can, and they will, and could. But the point of the matter is there's already an ebb and flow in the first place. The market goes up, the market goes down. Things get expensive, and we have, you know, little extra spending money, and then it goes the other way. Sometimes, you know, we have more spending money. That's just how it flows. And again, and I keep bringing this back to practicality. Thank you. In your own home, you go on vacation. What happens? Even if you save for it, you plan for it, you come back, there's a little bit of an ebb. You don't have as much money to spend. You're kind of playing catch up a little bit from your trip.
Yes.
You know, you may or may not have spent more money than you planned to do. The point still stands, though, is after, and then eventually it goes back and you're back on top again. It happens across the board. To sit here and act like you're some, you know, economic whiz kid who knows everything about everything and you see this coming and you can fix it. No, lady, that's called life. And for these people that buy into this, it saddens me.
It is.
It makes me.
Well, and in the same vein of saddening you, I need to let you know that a New Hampshire voter confronted Warren over her ancestry.
Oh, good. And how did that turn out?
Well, let me just say, look. See, the voter said that she struggled with Warren's decision to list herself as an American Indian in her Texas State Bar registration card in 1986, which she said disrespected the reasons for affirmative action, and asked Warren how she could reach voters who supported her policies but don't think she's honest. Warren said,
Wait, say that again.
The voter was struggling with Warren's decision to list herself as an American Indian in 1986 on the Texas State Bar Registry.
Okay.
Which she said disrespected the reason for affirmative action and asked Warren how she could reach voters who support her and her policies but don't think she's honest.
I don't.
Here's how she responded.
Oh,
Here's how she responded. Nothing about what I identified had anything to do with my academic career. The Boston Globe did an extensive piece about that a year ago.
No, but it did. See,
even so, I should have done it. I shouldn't have done it, and I am not a person of color. I am not a citizen of a tribe, and I've apologized for any confusion over tribal sovereignty, tribal citizenship, and any harm that it may have caused. Dylan, yes? You seem...
there's a lot here that I just... My first thing is
yeah.
How could you ask them to address people, potential voters who support your policy but don't think you're honest? What are you doing supporting somebody's policies if you don't think they're honest? Then that probably is not their real policy. Just kind of a news.
Just saying.
Just saying. Throwing that little tidbit out there. Nothing about the way I identified had anything to do with my academic career. I'm sorry. It's not that you identified as they like to say, an indigenous person has given you an advantage that you were not deserving of.
Yes, and it did. It did give you an advantage that you were not deserving of.
You were treated in a way that you would not have been treated had you walked in there as the pasty white girl that you truly are.
Yes, true.
Just you're going to look people in the face and lie about having lied.
Yeah, you're going to lie about lying.
You're
a lying liar that lies.
Yeah.
Jinx, you owe me a Coke.
I'll get you coffee later.
Fine.
Why do people waste their time? Why do people do this? Like, I can't be, and I'm not a bright person. I was homeschooled my entire life. I am not the brightest crayon in the box. How is it that I can see this and no one else does? I mean,
I think everybody else does. It's just everybody decides to not care.
That's what I was getting ready to say. Nobody else, and I say nobody, I shouldn't say nobody. Majority of people don't care. They have other things they want to do, and they want to leave it up to other people to make the decision for them in hopes that it'll go the way they want to. And when junk goes stupid or people act like this, or they start realizing that their own people are not representing them as they should and turning this really amazing country into a third world cesspool.
Yes.
Then what do? It's by the time you start paying attention, it's going to be too late. Now is the time. Like, you need to start worrying and paying attention at your local level. It's coming up. Like, it's coming.
Look, I completely agree. Now is the time to worry, especially about the cesspool. And by cesspool, I mean the cesspool in your toilet, because Atrantil is an amazing product that you should be trying out today. If you have a cesspool in your toilet, if you, like Elizabeth Warren, can't stop excreting such terrible excrement.
Excreting excrement?
Excreting the excrement and the horrible gaseousness that is so profound in D.C., but only in your toilet. Maybe you should check out Atrantil. It's amazing. It works on your gut health. It works on the biome, on the inside of your gut health. It's polyphenol blend. It's amazing for you. Go to lovemytummy.com. That's lovemytummy.com/Mojo. Check them out today. lovemytummy.com/Mojo. You can get a 3-month supply for only $99. That's $20, same as downtown. Off your price, right there on the spot. Anyway, let's get to some numbers. Why don't we?
Good evening, Mojo 50. I'm Leprechaun, and here with your bell count grade for the day. Today we had 13 missed innuendo bells, 38 actual bells, 1 AOC, 1 horn, and 1 rim shot. Giving us an A- for the day. Peace out and good night, y'all.
We got an A-.
I think we're gonna have to talk to the judge about that.
That's pretty good. I'm okay with it.
I think it's been judged on a curve, so.
I know. Grindstone next week. Come back. Check it out.